watching Ricky in the house, do me a favor and smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video. Also, remember to turn on that notification bell. That way, you'll know when I make a new video just like this one. Now, before we get started on the former DA that abused her authority in the Arbery case, I want to say good job to the jury who found the 3 men in the Arbery case guilty of the murder charges. The McMichaels, the father and the son, and the neighbor went in the trucks. They chased them down. They trapped them. And Travis McMichael is the one who pulled the trigger, pointed the gun at him, pulled the trigger, and killed him, trying to claim self-defense when there was no self-defense. And the prosecution even explained it, like when you can use self-defense and when it's not, when self-defense does not apply. She gave an example with it was a robber going into some kind of a store, and the robber points the gun at the clerk, and the clerk tries to defend himself. And during a struggle, when the clerk is trying to get the gun away, the robber ends up overpowering him and shooting and killing him. Then when the robber gets caught and he's going to be charged with something, he's trying to claim self-defense. Now, here's the thing. She said, you can't go ahead, commit a felony, and then go ahead and cry out self-defense. You committed a crime. You went there to commit a crime. And then, so you cannot say that you were trying to defend yourself. And the jury saw through that. Now, who also needs to spend a lot of time in jail is this former DA. Look at this picture of this woman, this racist, I believe is what she is. This sorry excuse for a prosecutor. Her name is Jackie Johnson. She was one of the top DAs in the Arbery case from the beginning, who abused her authority. She didn't investigate nothing. She left out evidence. She didn't inform give the jury the options to indict indict the 3 men, the McMichaels and the neighbor. And all she did was say is, don't arrest them, and that's it. And the jury has come back and they said that, oh no, this isn't right and everything. And now she on Wednesday, she had turned herself in. Jackie Johnson had turned herself in on Wednesday, and the jury indicted her on charges of obstruction of justice and for violating her oath. Now, a prosecutor is supposed to be looking through everything. They're supposed to be looking through the evidence. They're supposed to be looking through the police reports and all of that. They need to know what's going down. Just because someone said that they were trying to protect themselves, they said self-defense, that's why they gunned this dude down, doesn't mean that that's the way it really happened. But this DA right here didn't care about none of that. She didn't even look through that. So how are you gonna know if these 3 men actually were defending themselves, which the jury has found them not to be true. But this is what she did, and then she wants to go ahead and recuse herself. And then they pass it on to this other attorney who does the same exact thing, who's in the same office as her. His name is George Barnhill, who did the same exact thing. He informed the officers not to charge the McMichaels and the neighbor. And this was like too much for the Arbery family. And it took like too long to have these guys arrested. It wasn't until the video was released that's when when the video went online, that's when they decided to go ahead and arrest these men. But she needs to go to jail for a very long time. But here's the thing, they only gave her 1 year because they're saying that it's a misdemeanor charge, and that's all she's gonna go to jail for. Only a year in jail. Look at what she did to this family, and she's covering up a murder, and 1 year is all you give this lady. She needs to rot in prison. And I found out that this isn't the only case that she's done something like this in. Like, there's a case of this lady who she was on some kind of chase with the cops, but it was like a low speed kind of chase, and she ended up going into a pole. Her car gets stuck, they said, and the police, they come behind her, they stop, they come out with their guns drawn, and one of the cops, they said they could be heard on one of their body cameras that, oh, if she moves, I'm gonna shoot her. And I believe she tried to move her car, but her car couldn't go nowhere. Her car was like stuck, and the officers just fired rounds into the car and hit her in the head and in the face, and there she ended up dying and losing herself over what? That DA, Jackie Johnson, covered that one up too. Didn't arrest those officers, didn't look into none of that right there. So she does not belong inside of a courtroom. She needs to go. And she is out. She is out right now. And she should have never been there in the first place. And also that second attorney, like I told you about, George Barnhill, he needs to be prosecuted himself and needs to go in jail along with her, because this is not right what they did to the family. But luckily justice was served, but more justice needs to be done. What they need to do with Jackie Johnson is look through all of her cases. Now, a lot of her cases, we don't know. Since I found out with this second wrongdoing that she has done with the lady in the car and the officers shooting at her and killing her, they need to look through all the other cases that she's handled, because there could be innocent people in jail right now, and that she ignored evidence and just kept on informing officers, don't do nothing. And they need to charge her for each and one of those people that she locked up and ignored cases on. But some people, they could be guilty and they could have committed the crimes, but the ones that haven't committed the crime, they need to let them go and charge Jackie Johnson for each person that she has put away wrongfully. But anyways, you let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you think about this sucker right here, this former DA right here, Jackie Johnson. She is like a terrible person, and she deserves a long prison term. You tell me what you think. Do you think what she did was right? Drop that comment. Let me know. You're watching Rick in the House. Peace.